Hello, and today we're going to learn how to write in secret code. As you can see here on this card, we have what's called a pig pen cipher. And in order to do this, I made basically a tic-tac-toe square here and an X shaped here, and I filled in with the alphabet starting here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, all the way through, and then I skipped after the R. I went to the S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So now that I've finished that, I'll show you how the pig pen cipher works. Each shape, for instance, here we have this shape which looks like a backwards L. So if you see that shape there, that shape is the same as this shape. And in any given shape, the letter on the left is going to be just that shape, and the letter on the right, which in this case would be the B, is going to be that shape plus a dot. So in this case, we have this shape, this backwards L, and in order to write an A, we're going to do just the backwards L shape. And in order to write the B, we'll do the backwards L shape with a dot. Let me just show you one more then. Let's see if you can guess what this is. Without a dot, and then the same shape with a dot. So where do you see this shape on the grid? This, what looks like a C shape. So if you go up to the grid, you'll see that this here is the C shape. And so the letter on the left-hand side of the C shape is represented without a dot. So in this case, it's a K. And then the letter on the right-hand side is represented with a dot with an L. So now that you're all experts, what does this say? I'm going to move this down here so we have this to work off of. And I'll move it into the middle so we can all see. So let's see. This shape here, where do we see that on this pig pen cipher? It's right here, isn't it? This backwards looking C shape. And in this case it has a dot, which means it's the right hand letter. So this would be an H. This L shape in our pig pen, or the tic-tac-toe board, it's this, the same shape here is the same shape here. And as we said, the letter on the left has no dot, the letter on the right is represented with a dot. So in this case, it's the letter E, because it's this shape, which we find here, and the letter on the left has no dot. Since there's no dot, it's going to be an E. Right below it, we find the C shape. And since we just did that as an example, you'll probably be able to get this quickly. It's the C shape. This shape here is the same as this shape here. And it has a dot, so it's the letter on the right-hand side. So if you remember down here, the same shape with the dot is an L. The next one, exactly the same. That's super easy. And the last one you've probably guessed already is going to be this shape here, because it's the same as this. So you see it's this shape here, and it doesn't have a dot, so it's going to be on the left hand side. So in this case, it's going to be the letter 0, the letter O. So we wrote hello in code. So just to go over these one more time and to show you how these other ones, let me write one more code for you to solve. This one's going to be easy because you guys have picked up on this very quickly. This one's going to be, so this shape, this big V, it's the same as this big V here. And since it doesn't have a dot, it's going to be the letter on the left. In this case, it's the S. So this is an S. In that same shape, in that same V shape, we now have a dot. So it's the letter on the right-hand side. So we go back to that V shape. The letter on the right-hand side is a T. And then we go back to this shape here, this sort of N shape that we have, without a dot. So it's going to be the letter on the left, in this case, that's right, the letter O. And then in the same shape, the letter on the right-hand side is P. So now that you're all experts, a good thing to do is to make a card just like this, and then make a second card just like this, and give it to the person you want to decode messages with. And you can write each other in secret code, and no one will know what they are. Another thought is you can put the letters in here any way you want, as long as the messages, the decipher code that you do is the same. You could start putting A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, or scramble them anyway, as long as the two decipher keys, like this is the secret code decipher that we have here, as long as they're both done exactly the same, you'll both be able to decode each other's messages. I say you start with this and play around with it and have some fun. Thank you very much. This is Justin from For a Rainy Day. Goodbye.